Okay, this all VAERS data is downloaded. You can see that I downloaded it before. So let me copy it to my desktop and extract it. So here's the VAERS folder. Extract files. Extract to desktop VAERS. Okay. Okay, that's now extracting. Here's all the VAERS data from 1990 to 2022. And the non-domestic VAERS as well. So it looks like it comes in 3 files: data, symptoms, and VAERS VAX, which the VAX table is, these are symptoms with each VAERS ID here. And it looks like there's multiple symptoms for each ID. So we can look out for that. And then VAERS VAX is, this is just the structure of the data that I'm looking at. VAERS VAX, open up the biggest one. This is the VAX lot, VAX manu, VAX manufacturer, VAX type, VAERS ID. And yeah, it looks like there's 1 VAX per report. So you don't really see any duplicates in here. And we can look for duplicates by going to home, conditional formatting, highlight sales rules, duplicate values. Oh, there is duplicate values here. So that means 1 VAERS ID had multiple vaccines. This looks like an infant vaccine, I believe, is the rotavirus. They get all the vaccines at the same time. So they don't know which vaccine would cause an infant death or an infant adverse reaction. Yeah, it looks like this is all sent. These are all sent at the same time. So, this is the VAX lot numbers. This is the injection site, left arm, right arm. VAX route, syringe. I honestly don't know what the VAX routes are. What is a VAX route? A PO. Yeah, VAX site is left arm, right arm. VAX type, COVID-19. Wow, there's a lot of COVID-19 in here. VARZOS, I have no idea what this is. Shingrix? I've never seen some of these before. So don't save. We're going to upload these into a table, into a database. And I'm going to do the last 3 years, 2022, 2021, and 2020, because that's kind of what I'm interested in. First is the vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine data. So we'll go with that first. So I'm going to create a new database called VAERS on my SQL Server instance. And it's right here. This is SQL Server Management Studio. You can just Google that and install it if you don't know what it is. It's basically Microsoft's SQL Server Management solution. You can run queries and do SQL Server administration. So we're going to go with this. VAERS already exists. So I had a VAERS database before. So we'll just have a new database called VAERS 2. Call it that. It really doesn't matter what you call the database as long as it makes sense. And then I'm going to do a new tasks. So this is how you do an import tasks. You can either import the data. If you import the data, you have to convert them to XLSX files. And the way you do that is you do data source, Microsoft Excel, and then you browse to your file path. You can see that I've worked on these yesterday. It's XLSX files, an Excel file rather than a CSV. But it's easier to say tasks, import flat file, location of the file to be imported, desktop, VAERS. And we'll start with 2020. We'll do VAERS data first. And we'll call it VAERS data. I don't think SQL Server allows a number in the front of a table name. So we'll start with this. Next, this, I found it best to do allow nulls beside the VAERS ID. And then this invar 50, if we hit next, allow nulls, next, finish, we get an error that says the string or binary data would be truncated, which means one of your varchar lengths is too short. And we can look at this and see lab data. We can change this to max. In fact, let's just change all of these to max, these invar chars. So we can go one at a time here and change them. We don't know which one is causing the error. We'll see if those top 6 work. Nope. Let me go back up to the top and keep going down. It's probably not died. This can be a tedious process, importing stuff into the database, importing data into the database. Don't do the date times, just the invar chars. Oh, it's far binary. Max is just the length that an invar char can go to. I think it's 4,000 characters. Char max, char max, char max, char max. Birth defect. I haven't seen that yet. That's interesting. Okay, this looks good. Next, finish. Oh, error. Again, it must be one of these. Actually, you know what? It's date died, because that's invar char 1. Yeah, that's wrong. Let me this needs to be reset. I think it's date died is what's causing the issue. Let me go back and do 2020 VAERS data. This is the data, the symptoms, and the vax. And next. So this date died. I believe we can make it in varchar 50. Nope, that wasn't it either. Wow. Varchar max. It's over 1,000 characters. I'll do it in varchar max. Date died, ER visit. Let's do varchar max. This is taking a long time. Okay, we're gonna do all in varchars in varchar max. Just gonna have to go ahead and do it. Whether it's 1 or it's 3,700. Maybe a better way to do this. Okay. Okay. All right. These are all now in varchar max. All right, it's inserting. Well, that was quick. Success. Let's see how many it inserted. Tables. VAERS data 2020. Okay, I'm going to rename this as data. And this is going to be the table where we're putting all of our VAERS data to there. So we'll start with that. All right, let's do the next one. Oh, we want to import a flat file. Okay. 2020 VAERS data, 2021 VAERS data. We're going to make it this. This one is a huge file. And then next, allow nulls besides the int. And then all these are in varchar max. Okay. So whenever it says it's truncating, that means it's shortening the string to insert it into the database, which means you're removing some data, which is no bueno. Okay. Okay, that's all the varchars that have been removed to max. Okay. This may take a long time because this data is huge. This is the biggest file, or not the non-domestic, 638 megabyte. So it's almost a whole gig of data for vaccine adverse event reactions. vaccine adverse event reporting system. Excuse me. Okay, that's done. So we can refresh this, go into tables. We have VAERS data 2021. Now what we can do is we can say insert into data flex star from VAERS data 2021, and the column should match. So everything should go in there lickety split. Because these are the same data columns and they're the same types, we can just say insert into, we can do select all from this VAERS data 2021 table we just created. So now we added all those 748,000 rows in the 2021. So I'm going to delete the VAERS data 2021 table. And all of the data we have in here should be for 2020 and 2021. Select star from data, order by receive date. Order by, you're just ordering by a column descending. So this is, looks like it's already ordered by that. So I can stop the execution. Oh no. Received date descending. So this is the most recent. Whenever you do it descending, ascending would be the earliest. So the most recent was 12/31. And ascending is, this is the earliest we have in the row. 01/01/2020. So the first day of 2020. Okay, so now we're going to move on to 2022. Say task, import flat file, browse 2022 VAERS data. Next, we don't care, preview data, same data. Or data types, not the same data, obviously. Varchar max, varchar max, and varchar max. What's frustrating about this data is that you really don't, there's really no reporting on the values in this because people call it so underreported that they take it with a grain of salt, which I think could be a mistake, in my opinion, of course. Varchar max, varchar max, varchar max, varchar max. Yeah. Varchar max, varchar. So now that you've seen this, how I do this, I'm just going to insert all of them. This is all the data. I'm going to insert the vax and the symptoms off camera. And then we'll go from there. All right, goodbye.